we practiced as a team last time. And I know it's spring ball, but I'm talking about last season, last camp. A lot, different roster, a lot of new people. We look more like a football team, just, off the hook. Spring ball last time we talked, we had one scholarship quarterback on campus. We have 5 now. We have legitimate competition at so many positions. That should only make us better. So you have to have a first day. This is the first day. We're not ready to shut down training camp practices, and we don't have it figured out yet. But again, step in the right direction. Can't wait to get ready to go tomorrow. Take your question.
Can you talk about what you saw to AJ today?
For AJ, he hasn't practiced with the team. He needed to just get in the hole, number one. I'm the quarterback. I'm in control. This is who I am. He has a lot of good qualities, big, strong. He's athletic, can throw the ball, but we think he has a lot of good leadership skills too. And you see that the guys trust him, and they haven't been around him a long period of time. And when you have an older player too, it's always good when you have a group of young players.
This is your first year having a quarterback competition, so how do you evaluate? What are you looking for in the next couple of weeks?
We're going to let the guys compete. And when guys, I think most players just want an opportunity to prove exactly who they are. So for us, we're going to let, early on, we're going to try to get a look at everyone. Eventually, we'll have to hone it in to a few guys. But what I found is you let guys play. They kind of tell you who should start, who should get reps, and that's what we're going to do.
Shaden Metters wasn't at practice. Is there an issue there?
Yes, not an issue. Shaden had a serious injury, so he will not be playing football for us this year. He will end up taking a medical scholarship. He'll be around the program helping in any way that he can. He won't be on the football field this year.
Coach Kevin Myers not
Yes.
here yet either.
Yes, we last year we had, I think, one player that he's working on some academic things. Don't know exactly when he'll get in, but eventually he'll get in.
Hopeful that he'll be here?
Absolutely, absolutely.
What's it mean to get Kenyon Sims and Sidney Brown in the mix now too?
It's good to, first day of seeing him, neither guy has really done an awful lot, so, and we noticed him. But, coming out of high school, we had an idea what type of athlete they were, and I think we saw that the first day. We play young players. We give young players an opportunity to prove who they are, and both of those guys, you noticed them a few plays.
You got another local kid on the team, Dominic Stampley. Just what do you see in him, and how do you end up, with you?
Did you hear Dominic?
A little bit.
Yeah, Dominic has a lot of confidence.
Like that,
when I
right?
say yes, you do like that.
Yeah.
Most receivers like to tell you how good they are. That's not Dominic. Dominic he loves playing ball.
Okay.
You see that in his play, and he realizes, when you're a local guy,
right.
you talk to him, he's dreamed of playing at Memorial Stadium.
Sure.
So it's good to have him on the football team. He's a good player. Give us something in the slot. Good
Sure.
speed, quickness, can catch the ball. Very competitive.
Camilo Eifler, he added to the team too. What's he going to eventually add for you?
Eventually, another, we have a profile at the linebacker position, athletic, he's a knee bender, tough guy, good hands. Eventually, he's going to help us win a lot of football games. Right now, just about him getting into the mix, getting to know his teammates, and letting his teammates see what he will eventually bring to our team.
I can ask you about Caleb Griffin now too. Local kid that you add to the special teams. What's he bring?
And we like the tone of that local, when you say, Jeremy, local kid, local guy. But love Caleb. Caleb's a heck of an athlete, but he's an outstanding kicker too. So again, competition. We want it at every position, our kicking position, whatever it is. Eventually, Caleb will, hopefully, win a lot of games for us, kicking it through that goalpost.
You're heading to Canton this weekend. If you can just talk about Brian Urlacher and what that means to see a guy that you coach going to the Hall of Fame.
Well, it's, pretty special time. You say Hall of Famer, going into the Hall of Fame. That kind of says an awful lot. And to have been blessed to be around a guy like that, pretty special. So I am excited about it's the third time I had an opportunity to see, one of our guys go in. Brian is pretty special man. So again, I'm going to get a good practice in tomorrow morning, jump on a plane after that and enjoy it.
So you're going to be able to be there in time tomorrow night?
Absolutely.
That's great. Yeah, the kid that was going to come here, McNutt. Apparently that fell through or didn't. He's not coming. Can you talk about him a little bit?
Not really. I mean, we have a lot of players that, you know, they walk onto our program.
Sure.
That assume they want to play football. Some eventually, I guess, decide that they don't want to play. So not a whole lot for me to say. We thought he would be a part of our team, and he decided not to. I love talking about the guys that's here.
Right. You talked about this place a lot and the setup. Anything different, and you like how it's working so far?
Love it, Bob, out here. It's a great setup for a training camp. I assume that's what you're talking about.
Right,
This whole set. Great. Every day we've had practice out here. I've said the same thing.
Sure.
For some of our new coaches, of course, just look, plenty of space. It's great for the fans to be able to come out and all. So, still love it.
Can you talk about what you've seen out of the wide receiver and the competition that you saw at the wide receiver position today?
Well, anxious to see the video. You know, some of the guys you know a lot about that have performed. Mike Dudek's healthy. Ricky Smalling, you know, last year wasn't here the first day, so. But I'm anxious to see some of the other young players, and without naming a lot of them right now, we just have, you know, competition there. Opportunity for some of those young guys to step up and prove that, you know, whether it's Dominic or whoever it is, that proves that they're ready to play.
You had a lot of inexperience last year, and did you see the growth that you wanted to out of those 15 freshmen that played last year? Have you seen the growth that you would like?
In all season, we have. They've done everything we've asked them to do. They're bigger, stronger, faster. They know what's expected of them. You know, we don't have to tell them where training camp practices are held. So they figured out an awful lot with that. They are stronger. The amount of the games they've made almost to a man. So that should say better play on the football field this year.
Mikey's been around here a long time. Are you doing anything different with him during the training camp?
Bob, we're just going to watch him
as
much as anything.
Sure.
And, if he's fine, and we do that with all of our seniors that's been around, you know, for when you have competition, Mike Dudek will play for us. We know what he will do. We'll try to get as good a look as we can with some of the other guys, so we may take a few of his reps away that way.
You mentioned wanting to be more of a leader this year. I assume you like to hear that stuff, right?
Yeah, I buy that too. I'm all in favor of that. Keep telling him that. We will.
We saw you working with
No, seriously, Mike is. It's his time.
Right.
You know, you're a young upperclassman, and then eventually you end up being the guy that's been around the longest that does it the right way. And we want guys to lead and show the players. Mike, great student. He'll be a graduate playing football for the University of Illinois this year. He, you know, tell the guys about special teams. Mike will be on the special team, so we want them listening to a guy like Mike Dudek.
We saw you working with some of the defensive backs. Can you just talk about that position
Hopefully,
that you have?
Well, hopefully you saw me working with everybody.
Yeah.
You know, on a day like today, you know, when you're not in pads, it seemed like a lot of the focus is on the defensive backs, and it's kind of tough a little bit. We have a lot of young players. You know, I've talked about some of the young talent we have, but it's day one. It's about stances and playing hard and all those things, and showing them how we do things. So hopefully that was the case with the DBs and the linebackers and the O-line and everybody else.
Do you ride the bike over, or you take the bus?
You know, Bob, that's pretty good that you would notice that.
Check.
But walked over today. So I'm going to change it up, you know. Change up, you know, the beard a little different. I don't like to do things the same way, you know, so I don't know. We'll figure it out a little bit.
Unicycle would be cool. Try that.
It would take a little bit better athlete than me. Those were my earlier days right there.
Thanks so much.
Thank y'all.
Thanks.